It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome.
Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from the Superdome.
Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Going right back to Akers.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
From the 50, it's Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The Saints at 13-3 now on the year. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason, and we know that that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
They'll run on first down with Akers.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Cam Akers,
a 15-yard touchdown run.
And the Saints will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From his end zone, Wilson. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's caught. Cooper. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Well, these two teams, they met in New Orleans earlier in the year with the Saints coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in New Orleans to complete the season sweep.
Second and 6. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And this is going to be a Panthers first down as the tackle made just shy of the 30.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Right back to him on first down. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
This defense for the Saints, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always said, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe it.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Charles already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
Sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
The slot man in motion right. In motion comes the tight end left.
On the counter, this is Akers. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll go again here with Akers.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw, Watson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints.
Tanner Connor
with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year.
And the Saints lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it's now 14-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From his end zone, Wilson.
And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception.
It's caught inside the 25.
And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25.
A big play there for Carolina. 61 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. That is taken in by Hurst. Touchdown. Hayden Hurst. His 19th touchdown now on the season.
And the Panthers are back within a score.
And that touchdown drive happened very, very quickly. You knew that they had the quick strike ability. They showed it.
And for a defense that understands that, it still drives them crazy when it actually happens to them. Fast and furious, there came the points.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Isabella now from his end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
Andy Isabella.
He will score. Touchdown, Saints.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys feel it that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
From his end zone, Wilson.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. He'll drop to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
It's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, yeah, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. They're going to try and throw. He's got him in, complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Second and 13. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Carter, we read a great article this week arguing for him to be Defensive Player of the Year. Normally, sacks are the big thing that people point to, but what he's done in the secondary has been something special.
It has been, because it's been an all-around game for him, taking the ball away, rushing the quarterback and sacking him himself, doing a number of different things that change the way the game is played.
The Panthers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another fourth down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law. And it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Watson off play action. On the move, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Off of play action, it's Watson. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Now back to throw.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's got it at the 15.
And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
That's good for the Saints.
Now Watson. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Connor. Touchdown, Saints. Tanner Connor, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Saints are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. He'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked out by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick 6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the 2nd quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression. My goodness, indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
From his end zone, Wilson. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Troy Apke.
And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
After the interception, here's Watson. Over the middle, complete. That's Connor. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they got it 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
It's big Trey Flowers getting in there that time for the sack.
Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Watson.
He'll throw complete to Cam Akers. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Faking the give. Now Watson. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. From the 30 on 2nd down, Watson. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Shawn Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half.
And the Saints have taken a 6-touchdown lead. An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the rout is on here in this first half.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From his end zone, Wilson. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left.
And now here's another interception. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the rout is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Second and 14.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Hayden Hurst, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Panthers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. And he will get into the end zone as the deficit moves from really bad to slightly less than really bad. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Watson.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ballgame.
And the Saints will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And a rout is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From his end zone, Wilson. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster in the first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out and take pride in your work and try and put something together here in the second half.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Quick throw, and he's got Amari Cooper.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's got room. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
He had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one?
Yeah, even on that one, it was a little bit of a hole that closed there quickly at the end. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
58 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Back to throw here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Saints are going to have it here just past the 25.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon.
And the Saints just continue to roll. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line.
And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the third quarter, 2nd and 10.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line.
We need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in this second half.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
They'll try and throw for it here. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Troy Apke. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
A give up the middle to Akers.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind.
They run the option on 2nd down.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Deshaun Watson, a 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Saints extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The Panthers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Saints are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Watson on first down. And he completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game.
And the Saints continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase it.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Room here to run. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So 1st and 2nd down with the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this one is incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Saints will have the football back. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. In motion goes the tight end. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Second and 2.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Terry McLaurin, 49 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And last time they were stopped on fourth down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on fourth down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it different when you get stopped on fourth versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a fourth down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a fourth down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place.
There he goes, Amari Cooper, the 30, 10, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Isabella now from his end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. And he will score. Touchdown, Saints.
I get I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, Charles, they had the comfortable lead, and now it's even more comfortable. Another score here in the fourth quarter to grow that lead.
But I think your initial reaction is surprise when you see a team piling it on this late in the blowout. But there are plenty of coaches who also think that if you pull up completely and stop trying to play the game, it shows disrespect to their opponent. So they don't want to embarrass them. They continue to let their players go for it.
From his end zone, Wilson. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Noah Isbenagany. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll look to throw. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Back to throw again. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Throwing now, Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's Connor. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now a first down throw, Watson. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth. putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
Not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man. Complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for New Orleans,
they get yet another victory to finish the year at 14-3 overall.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Carolina,
the loss means they finish with a mark of 10 wins and 7 losses.
And it's going to be finger-crossing time as we await the final shakedown of this year's playoff picture.